Hi, welcome to another edition of Cook This. I'm your host, Pete Calvetti. This is your favorite local TV show where we take some of our local favorite restaurants and we bring in their chefs and their owners and they cook for us in front of our celebrity panel of judges here from RB. So welcome. We have some new ones here. We have Mr. Tom Dingman. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I think you're going to enjoy yourself. Mrs. Patti Farlee, of course, from the Culinary Arts.
Hi.
And Suzanne Zimmerman from the Art Department. Thank you for joining us and being a part of the audience today. Hey, clap for your teachers. It's okay.
Thanks, guys.
So we have a special show for you. I'm really excited. We have the owner, Betty, from Chef Shangri-La, which everybody knows Chef Shangri-La. I've gone there since I was a kid. She's carrying on the family traditions of her parents, which is awesome, because I'm a child of a restaurateurs as well. So I'm gonna let her take it over. She's gonna make some spicy Mongolian beef to start it off with, which I have no idea how to make that, so this is gonna be interesting. So Betty, welcome and take it over here.
Well, thank you so much for allowing us to come out here to do a cooking demo for the very first time. Most Chinese restaurants actually use woks, and we couldn't bring a wok over here, so I'm going to work with the saute pan.
We couldn't get it delivered on time this morning.
So we don't have any MSG on site, so we have to use alternative seasonings for our Mongolian sauce. And it is house made. And when it comes down to cooking for the Mongolian, we have to have, it's very important to have the wok as hot as it can, because in the Chinese ways of cooking, it is what we call wok mei. And you have to get the aromas from the wok and the oils that are cooking in there. So I'm gonna try my best to prepare something for everyone here.
We all understand there's different cooking techniques,
Yes.
you know, whether you use charbroil grills or ovens. We have what we can use here, but we make the best of it.
Yep, definitely. So what is all involved with the Mongolian sauce is there's chihoe sauce, there's vegetarian mushroom flavored seasoning, hot chili oil, which we also make on site. And as soon as you get the flavors in here, you'll see what we're talking about.
You make your own chili oil?
Yep. It's an extensive process as well. I don't personally go into the kitchen to make any of the sauces. We do have a master chef, which I actually found in Chinatown, and we've been so blessed to have him on board ever since my father had a stroke back in 2007. And he was also a master chef back in the day, and he's the one that created all of the original recipes. The mango sauce is what we're going to be doing in the next segment. That was his last recipe that he's had since. And what usually happens when you're cooking in a Chinese kitchen is that you will have two woks to work with. One wok that has the steaming boiling water that will really kind of cleanse all of the vegetables so that it stays really fresh and crisp. And then you have the other wok that's cooking all of the meat. So once all of the vegetables ready to go in, you just dump it in with all of the meat.
Oh, okay. Combination then.
Yep. So I definitely am still waiting for this pan to get a little hotter. And once it gets a little hotter and the sauce is a little bit cooked through into the meat, I'll then add the vegetables, and then I'll add, this is our potato starch, cornstarch, and water. And what tends to help is to thicken up the gravy, which and the potato starch actually makes it much smoother, so there's no clumping.
Have you had any potato starch experience or no? I never used it before.
I've not used potato starch,
I'm like,
but
this is cornstarch and water. She's like, we do potato starch, it smooths it out. So I'm like, I'm gonna check that out. 'Cause
right.
Yeah.
I do
will
starch
we.
and water all the time
You
in
do all
my
the
house.
time potato starch at
No,
your
I
house?
use cornstarch
Yeah,
or
I'm a
flour when I
corn
want
I like
starch.
that little secret.
Yeah.
It makes
Yeah.
it smooth. Never know what little secrets you learn on this show. You know?
Well, I actually learned it from the chefs yesterday.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I had to ask. I had to make sure that I was aware of what all the ingredients entailed in any of the house recipes and everything. So I thought that was really interesting. He explained it to me that the potato starch actually smooths out the.
I'll be trying that this week at my house.
It doesn't change the flavor though at all, does it?
No.
I wouldn't think so.
So this takes a
No.
couple more minutes to cook.
Yep.
Why don't you tell me about your place? How long have you been there? Like I said, I was going there since I was this big.
We've been there since '76, and
37 years.
yeah, and so all the recipes are original, and we haven't done much to change the menu. The only thing that I did add was more Asian fusion dishes, so more Polynesian, more Vietnamese, Thai, Japanese, and Korean. And Polynesian dishes tend to be much sweeter than most other dishes. So we'll definitely have you try out the mango after.
Sweeter meaning.
Okay.
Sweeter as in like the mangoes,
Mango,
the
pineapple,
pineapples. You know, those are the natural like sugars that will make any dish a little
Sure.
sweeter than most. We rarely ever add any salt or sugar to any of the prepared dishes.
Okay. It seems like protein, veggies, and sauce. That's what it seems like. I haven't really seen any. That's
And
good.
did I hear you say that you do not use MSG?
No,
in
we
it?
don't have
Okay,
MSG on
that's
site.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a lot of the customers have been so pleased with that because there are a lot of allergic reactions to
Allergies,
that.
yeah.
And when I had first taken over, all the chefs were a little disappointed because everyone else cooks with MSG.
Sure.
So how could we compete?
Right.
That's what they were very concerned about. How could we compete with all of that? And I said, we'll make do.
We'll bring in fire dancers. And that's what they do, which we'll get into in a minute. But
So tying into that, I'm ready to plate.
All right.
So tying into that, you know, on a monthly basis, we feature hula dancing and fire show the second Fridays of every month. We have Elvis out here the fourth Fridays of every month. And we also have the third Saturdays of every month, an evening in Shangri-La, which are Hawaiian bands that come out. So please enjoy.
yeah, serve and
Thank you.
pass down there.
It
Don't
looks
burn your palates there.
delicious.
And the Hawaiian bands range from the rockabilly to surferboard, exotica, surf lounge type of music. And, you know, it just ties into the whole Polynesian atmosphere, the decor at the restaurant.
Yeah, the decor was interesting yesterday. I felt my perception. That's why I love this show. You know, the perception was I just thought it was another Chinese place. You know, and we could pick one of 20. But I go in there and I'm taken away to like Hawaii. There's tiki guys and Polynesian feel in there, and I feel like I want to put on a leg and sit down and get a big drink. And you don't feel that way at Asian restaurants. You want tea and rice, and this
Right.
was like I felt like I was on vacation for that half hour.
Well,
you know?
most people definitely either know about Chef Shangri-La or they don't. And they drive by and they're kind of like, oh, what's
It's that place that's been there
inside?
forever.
Yeah, so once they go inside, they are amazed with the decor. They absolutely love it. And the reason why we went with the Polynesian theme is because my mom's great-grandma was a native Hawaiian. So my great-grandfather, great-great-grandfather flew to Hawaii to study and married a native Hawaiian and flew them back to China to raise.
Wow.
So
There's a fusion right there. There's a fusion in the making.
So the fried vermicelli is actually common with all of the Mongolian dishes. And the difference between the Mongolian dishes at our place versus the other Chinese dishes is that we incorporate the pea pods, the mushrooms, and the water chestnuts, whereas most other places only have the beef and the onions.
Onions, right.
Yeah. So this dish goes out, I would say, on every check, on every order.
Really?
Yeah.
The fresh chilies sauce paste that you made is such.
Yeah, I'm like
that's the
dying
difference.
over here.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
No, I love it. I love
it
I
smells
love
awesome.
hot
See, I
stuff.
think for me
so
it's perfect.
It
I
just,
think-
yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a burst of flavor
Yeah.
that it.
You can
I'm a
tell
wimp,
it's
but I
fresh.
think
Yes.
it's delicious.
Yes.
It's so worth it. It's worth the
I'm
tearing
sorry.
eyes. No worries. Thank you for the water.
Well, it's been, we've had some, you know, some folks who can really take the spice. And Chinese, they're not known. We're not known to prepare spicy foods. And it was very difficult for me to find the right chili pepper. And the only thing that we had luck with was habaneros. It didn't,
Oh, there's a good one to
it
get.
didn't alter any of the flavors.
So
Really?
that's what
Yeah.
they use is habanero.
Yeah. So we used habanero for our hot chili oil.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yes, and that is our Mongolian sauce.
Wow.
It's great.
Okay. Final comments on the plates? I love this. First time we've had chopsticks on this set too. I love this. This is awesome.
I love the vegetables being included. Like that sells it for me because I'm always looking for something healthy in there with my, meats are healthy, but I think that really adds a nice crunchy texture to it.
I think it's fantastic. I like a spicy, so this is not too much for me. It's just a wonderful flavor burst, I think.
Yeah, I would. Like I said, the chili flavor in this is what really sets it apart from all the other. I love Mongolian beef, so this is something that I eat all the time too, and I like adding the vegetables in it. It's nice to get the pea pods instead of just
She
onions.
said that would be the difference when we said we were going to do this. She said that would be the difference, and it shows. She was right. Excellent. Well, it sounds like an awesome Mongolian beef. Sounds like she got an A+. And when we come back, we're going to give you another plate from Betty from Chef Shangri-La. Stay tuned. Thanks. Hi, welcome back to Cook This. I'm your host, Pete Calvetti. And today we have joining us Betty from Chef Shangri-La, cooking some Tahitian favorites for us. She's cooking for our celebrity judge panel as well. Tom Digman's here to join us, Miss Patti Farlee, and Miss Suzanne Zimmerman. Thank you for leaving your classes and your students, just letting them hang out and coming and eat with us, you know. I know it's difficult. It's a hard sacrifice our teachers put up with here. Let me tell you. So we have Betty from Chef Shangri-La. She just made some fabulous spicy Mongolian beef, and now she's going to make her famous Tahitian mango passion moa. Yes, I did that all in one sentence. So push record, get ready for this. This should be a great plate. Thanks.
So to start it off with, moa in Hawaiian means chicken. So that's what we're doing. We prepared the battered chicken, and it usually takes about 3 to 4 hours for it to rise before we even dip the white meat chicken into the batter to deep fry. Okay. And we still have to allow it to sit so that it would just soak in all of the flavors. So a lot of the customers are pleased with it because the cake-like batter absorbs all of the sauces that is going to be stir-fried in.
So it's not just a piece of chicken and flour and deep fry.
Right, where most batters will tend to fall off once you stir-fry it in the sauce.
Okay.
So
by proofing it, you're putting kind of like a caking process around the chicken, and then that's absorbing the flavor of the sauces. Okay.
Yep, and it's another genius idea from my father. So
that's excellent.
Yeah, he definitely has been a master chef in his years. He was featured in several articles, Chicago Tribune, Chicago Sun-Times. He owned several restaurants before coming out to North Riverside. And
really?
We've been so fortunate to have been here since 76. It
Wow.
was very well received by the community. And we hope to be here for another 35 plus years.
Excellent.
So without further ado, let's start with the mango chicken. I'm going to dump the red peppers and the green peppers, Julian style, and then we have fresh mangoes. We have our house-made mango sauce, and of course it's a secret. But I will let you know there are fresh mangoes in here.
Okay.
Parade. So as soon as this heats up a little bit more, I will be prepared to
Now you have a couple
put the
main
sauce in.
events of the year that I want everyone to know about.
Yes.
You have them outside or some big blowouts or something like that?
Well,
what is that about?
on an annual basis, we have Chinese New Year's, and that usually falls like in January, February, and it's a phenomenal show. We always book up, and we have our annual Mother's Day Polynesian luau. We have our annual Father's Day luau, and the difference between Polynesian dancers and the hula dancers is the Polynesian dancers are more of the storytelling, the graceful storytelling.
They're not the screamers? They scream
No,
at
the
you?
Hawaiian chanting with the aipu, and the fathers get the coconut bras and the grass skirts.
What's Father's Day?
June.
I'm kidding.
And so we also have our annual Fong Fest. And that's where we just feature 10 to 13 bands all day long. And instead of hula dancers, we have go-go dancers. And it takes place outdoors in the parking lot.
Outside in the parking lot?
Yep. And
So that's a show on display in
yeah,
everyone. A few accidents.
No. Everyone usually just sets up shop. They bring their own canopies, they bring their own lawn chairs, and they just
That sounds like
they
fun.
just chill and listen to music all day long. It's very family friendly because it's a huge parking lot, so kids could just run all over the place.
That makes a difference, yeah.
And if you were to dine in, you would just have to make a reservation, or it would just be walk-ins. And then we also have our annual New Year's Eve Winter Wonder Luau. and all of the fire shows take place indoors. And the village,
Really?
yeah, the
Tell
village.
me that doesn't scare you as an owner.
Oh my goodness.
My panini grill scared me as an owner. You got fire dancers?
They're professionals, you know. We've got the doors. We've got the village fire department down the street from us.
It's a good thing they're close
But
by.
it's been going on for several years now.
So you told me like they don't perform until like the lights go down or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
And
the
your
fire,
restaurant's huge,
yeah,
so
the fire.
I'm
the
like
fire
trying to picture that
dancer.
place with pitch black, you know, and then all of a sudden a burst of flame. That might be a little.
The fire dancer will not go on until absolutely all the lights are
That
off.
is awesome.
And Dwayne's upstairs making sure that the fire alarm doesn't trigger off and
Yeah.
everything. So it's
got
it's very
towels.
exciting.
That
yeah.
sounds amazing.
Yeah, a lot of the customers are very pleased, and they love the fact that all of our entertainment is absolutely free. So it's a part of your dinner. You
That
just have
is
to
awesome.
make reservations.
That is good for you because everyone's, you know, I mean, it's hard enough being a restaurant owner, but, you know, you get a fight in or you get a special and there's a $5 cover charge or everything goes up for the night or something like that, you know. So just to know that that's a part of the interaction with the meal
Yep.
is really neat. It's like a theme meal.
Well, it becomes more of an experience.
Yeah, you're not there just to eat. Yeah, it's a destination. That's fantastic. And I'm excited. I'm telling you because I haven't been there in a while. But I went there and I was blown away when I went there to interview her, how it looked and how neat it was. And now to find out that there's going to be entertainment, if I, you know, when I sit down and bring my kids and stuff like that.
I was actually really surprised. Elvis has been such a huge hit. I
Really?
mean, he literally has the entire house on their feet rocking.
Really?
Yeah.
That is
It
interesting.
is amazing.
And I love to hear that that's 5 minutes from home. I'm
Yes.
from the community.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's a hop, skip, and a jump for me.
You don't have to go to Vegas.
We do book up quickly. So should you decide to have a night out with your family or friends, definitely make reservations.
Excellent.
Okay.
So that's good to know. And we'll get all the information in the last segment of hours and phone number and address and stuff like that.
So,
So what are we doing? Letting the sauce break down or
Yes.
cooking to the mango? Or?
yeah, we're just allowing it to just heat up and to come to a quick boil so that
And then
I
you
can-
throw the chicken in?
Yep, and it's just a quick
then-
stir fry.
Okay.
Yep,
One
just a
other
quick
cool
stir fry.
fact I have to tell you that this girl told me. You know where her cooks are from? They go and get them in Chinatown every morning, and they bring them to work. So they don't just hire somebody who lives on the Grange Road. They're heading into Chinatown as owners every morning, picking up their chefs and bringing them in, and then the chef takes them home at night every day, which I just found amazing.
Yeah,
you know, owning
that's
my own
dedication to
places.
excellence
Yes.
right there.
Owning
Yeah.
my own places, I'm like, help wanted, you know, in the window.
Yeah.
That's
gotta
where the
go and-
authenticity comes from.
That
Yes,
is amazing.
absolutely.
Chinatown,
That is
baby.
amazing.
Yes, yes.
That is really neat.
So we're getting really close.
So your father made this plate up?
Yes, this was actually one of his latest recipes. This along with the salt and pepper. And, you know, the mango sauce has been very popular. It's a lighter version of the sweet and sour.
Okay.
And the difference between the mango dishes and the sweet and sour is that it's stir-fried, the deep-fried foods is stir-fried into the sauce. So
Okay.
you get every bite.
Again, a combination.
Yep. Every bite is a mango bite, a mango delicious bite. So we're almost there.
Those are big chunks too. Is there a reason why
No.
they're bigger or smaller?
This is just how we prepare
Okay, that's how you
everything.
roll, all right. Those
And
things are gonna roll.
the
I've noticed that some are smaller chunks, some are bigger chunks, but these are big chunks.
Yeah, we like that little combination going on there. Yeah, a lot of the customers are very pleased because the prices are still very reasonable. You get large portions. A lot of folks are always walking away with doggy bags, and you know.
I always
Again-
like that. Asking for a doggy bag. I mean, it's a reminding them later that yeah, we ate there and it was good. Reheat it.
We're all set.
You all set? Oh, that was
Yes.
fast. Wow. Just out of your way.
So, again, we have been so appreciative of our customers who come on a regular basis. Without them, we would not have survived for the past 35 plus years. So our goal is to make sure that we maintain our existing clientele, but to attract the new. And that's what we're trying to do.
Good for you. I'm so impressed with this girl because, you know, I grew up in a family of restaurateurs too, and I've seen, and I'm sure you guys have seen, the restaurants that are from your communities that have been there forever. They go one of two different directions. They either deteriorate and the parents, they just get older and it goes downhill, or the kid jumps up and takes over the reins It seems to kind of rejuvenate the restaurant and revamp it a little bit. And, you know, and kudos to you too, because I mean, it takes good food and a good place for them to eat, for you to be there for 35 years, 36 years, 37 years. I'm sorry, don't want to take away a year. So, you know, God forbid. You know, so good for you. I mean, it takes a lot, you know, and especially owning my own restaurants. It takes a lot to be there that long, you know. So the clientele, yes, but you have to be doing something right for the clientele to be there for that long. So, and obviously a good husband too to back you up. Husband or wife at home have to put up with it too, the schedules and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So, why don't you guys take a bite? Tell us what you think. Tahitian mango passion moa. Who made that name up? You or your father?
I did.
You did?
I did the
You
moa.
said, Dad, I like this name better.
Well, here's the thing. I wanted to make sure that with all of the Hawaiian-driven recipes, I wanted to give it the Hawaiian name.
Okay.
Whereas the Chinese, we would stick with the Chinese.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
I'm loving
plus-
the fusion. I'm really excited about the fusion. That it's not your typical place, and so atypical that when I walked in there, I was like, wow, really cool. This is cool. You know, so that's what we want to get across in the show. To go in there, try. You know what I used to say? Try it again for the first time.
Yes.
You know, you may not have been there for 6 months or 6 years ago, but go try it again because I got a new fresh vibe when I was there,
Yeah.
and that's what's neat. Now knowing all the other things that are going on, that's fantastic. So judges, how is our? Well, you know what we're eating. I don't have to say it again.
Good. The chicken is incredibly fresh. It's really delicious, and I see it's all white meat, so makes it even better.
Good.
Well, and you can really tell that it's top quality because usually
exactly.
you get just a mix match of chicken in these types of dishes.
Pizza
So
parts.
the other thing that I have to tell you is I'm not a big sweet and sour because I think it's too sweet and too heavy. And this is a lovely. There's a lightness to this, yet the flavor is. It's not overpowering. You know what I mean? So it's really a very nice blend.
Excellent.
Yeah, I would agree. I almost never order sweet and sour because of that. It's like you're ordering dessert sometimes. But this, it goes back to the same thing with the chili sauce we talked about before, but that fresh mango sauce that you add on is just so great. Yeah, we'll put a little bit of that on.
Just give
Maybe
it
just a little. But you can tell the freshness, and it makes such a difference in the texture and everything that you're enjoying in there.
Excellent. Well, you guys continue enjoying while I look at you eat. That's fantastic. So I'm gonna let them finish, and we're gonna come back and recap. We just made the Tahitian mango passion moa. I'm just like saying it for the last time. And so we'll wrap that up, and we'll be right
Starting
back after the
easy.
break. Thanks. Hi, welcome back to Cook This. I'm your host, Pete Calvetti. So just to recap, we had Patti from Chef Shangri-La here joining us, feeding our celebrity judges. Thank you, judges, for joining us, by the way, and making some
Thank
famous
you.
Tahitian
This is
dishes here.
delicious. Yes, thank you.
So I want Patti, give us your address. Where are you at? You're in North Riverside, is it?
We are at 7930 West 26th Street on the corner of 26th and Des Plaines.
Okay.
And
Can't miss that.
Yeah,
Big
we're
building, big parking lot, big intersection.
we're open every day, excepting for Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Hard work there. And what are your hours?
Monday through Friday, we are open at 11:30, and then during the work week, Monday through Thursday, the kitchen closes at about 9:30, and then
Okay.
on the weekends about 10:30.
Okay. So you can go get a late meal at 8, 9 o'clock on the weekends. Weekends are busy, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Do you need any kind of reservations, or can you just go there with a date or a friend?
Well,
or?
for parties of 5 or more, we highly recommend you make reservations, but we definitely accept walk-ins.
Really? Okay. And now what if I wanted to have a party, or what if I had 20, 30 people? Can you accommodate
Oh,
that? Do you have-
absolutely, yes. We do have two kind of like separate dining rooms where there's a partition down in the middle. We've hosted several weddings, dress
Wow.
rehearsals, baby showers,
Fun.
wedding showers, yeah, birthdays,
Excellent. Any
anniversaries.
fire dancers there or no?
It just depends,
I'm just
you know. It depends on the guests. If
I'm
they
sure the
definitely wanted
wedding
to.
shower might have wanted a fire dancer or two.
They definitely have had performers.
Really?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's a really neat show that we did here today with the different performers that are available at the place and the different functions you have. And so thank you so much for coming.
Thank
I
you so
appreciate it.
much.
It's a great show. This is a great edition of Cook This. I'm your host, Pete Calvetti. Stay hungry. We'll see you next time. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.